Good morning, everybody. Buenos dias. How are you feeling on this beautiful sunny morning? Well, it's sunny here in Jeffreys Bay in South Africa. Hopefully it is a beautiful start to the day wherever you are in the world. Hopefully you've been taking it a little slow this morning, leaning into some yin time, focusing on your breath, being present, observing the natural world around you, checking in with yourself and doing all those little rituals that we've been setting up here for the last 170 days as part of our morning practice, starting our day with intention. On day 170 of the year, according to 365 Tao by Deng Ming Tao, our word for today is shrine. That's interesting. Do you have a little shrine perhaps set up somewhere in your home? You have like some sort of a little altar perhaps in your bedroom where you keep little trinkets and things that are special to you, photographs, things like that. A lot of traditions, a lot of spiritual traditions have that as part of their practice, and a lot of people, even if they don't really say that they're of a certain religion or spirituality, they like to have some sort of a little shrine in their home just to honor things that they love or things that they've collected in their travels or little collections that they have obtained throughout their life. So have a think about that if you have some sort of a shrine in your home. Perhaps you're looking at it right now. So grab your book, grab your journal and something to write with. Find a nice quiet and comfy place where you're not going to be disturbed for the next 15 minutes or so while we read together. If you can be outside like I am, watching the world wake up as this cycle of a brand new day, I encourage you to do that. Take a nice deep breath in. With a long exhale out, be here and now and present. And let's start reading together on day 170 of the year on the subject of shrine. Wade the warm stream to the shrine across the river of golden sound, where a drunken bee drones the holy syllable over a crimson lotus. Rich mango magenta and spice offerings are piled high by the devout. Entering into hut of blue stone, cool black interior smeared with incense and pierced with tiny triangles of candlelit flame. Ordinary cares fall to the crystalline floor. Fiery letters appear in the air and reappear in your heart. It is good to have holy places in the world, and it is good for us to go on pilgrimages. Ultimately, it is not the place that is important, it is what you feel that is lasting. Wow, take a moment to think about that. It's not the place that's important, but it is what you feel that is lasting. So perhaps take a moment to think if you've been onto some sort of a pilgrimage in your life or you've been to a holy place. Of course, the place itself was probably very beautiful, but think more about what you felt when you were there, as it says here. What you feel is lasting. To visit a place is minor. To change within yourself is greater. When people visit a holy place, some say that the spirits of that place speak to them. Others remember the exotic pageantry. When it comes to sacred sites, it's better to be a pilgrim than a tourist. Ooh, that is a wonderful word of wisdom for life in general, right? When it comes to sacred sites, or really anywhere in the world, it's better to be a pilgrim than a tourist. You don't want to be tourists. Go with a humble attitude and let your heart be moved by what you experience. Then you will receive the true treasure of the shrine. Wow, what a beautiful passage. I love this second to last sentence. Go with a humble attitude and let your heart be moved by the experience. And that's really the difference between being a pilgrim and a tourist, right? Or as I like to say, I like to be a traveler rather than a tourist. Go with a humble heart. Go with humility, especially when you're visiting somewhere new. You're visiting a different country. You're visiting a different culture. Here, you're visiting a different spiritual shrine. Go with humility and compassion for other people, understanding that your unique way of seeing things and being in the world is not going to be the same as anybody else's. That's what being humble is all about. So go with a humble attitude and let your heart be moved by what you experience, as it says up in in the beginning as well. It's about the feeling. It's about letting yourself feel something rather than just having to be there. So really tune into that today. Feel into things. Even if you go somewhere very, very beautiful, perhaps that's something you can do today. If there's a church or a place of worship or somewhere very beautiful, a cathedral, anything like that, where you can go and like really see this place. And of course it's going to be beautiful on the outside, but really tune into how you feel when you're there. Because, you know, not all things are supposed to be just, you know, our senses. We're supposed, as human beings, we're supposed to be having sensory and sensual experiences. We're supposed to feel things. That's what art is all about. That's what creativity is all about. It's how we feel. And that's also, as it says here, what spirituality is all about. It's the feeling that the place gives you rather than just the place. So lots of beautiful things to think about today. I invite you to reread this passage in your own time and really tune into your feelings today, especially when you go to beautiful places. Yes, notice and observe that they're beautiful to the eye, they're visually beautiful, but take a few extra moments to be there, to feel it, especially in the natural world. It doesn't even have to be like a building or something that's man-made. Go to a beautiful natural place and just feel how you feel when you're surrounded by that abundance and that beauty. So I wish you a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you so much for being here for 170 days of this year, and I will check in with you tomorrow.